Saturday real estate weekend roundup around the grounds, live with Billy and Glenn. We're going to tell you the facts, the figures, and the feelings on the ground in real estate today. All right, Glenn.
All right, Billy. Well, off to the Taylor Swift concert, are you, Billy? And we've got to keep it very snappy tonight. Snap, snap, snap.
It is true. Big back-to-back Taylor Swift events tonight.
Right.
You would have heard about our giveaway in the week. Two lucky attendees are off on the behalf of Lisa and Mark Novak. Open home numbers for the day.
Open home numbers. The wet weather didn't keep the buyers away. There were real buyers out and proud, so to speak, trying to buy properties.
Yep.
I think the highest was about 14.
Yep.
And the lowest was only 5, which is pretty good, considering that we run some pre-market properties as well. Billy had a great open for inspection on an acreage in Belrose.
Yeah, amazing property, a country home on 6 acres of land. That's about 28,000 square feet for the people that are looking at your 1 and 2 bedroom apartments that are about 50, 60 square meters. This comes with the whole shebang. It's a resort style, pretty much lifestyle, tennis court, pool, pizza, outdoor entertaining space, everything. Everything,
all on an acreage. And really all its location would be, it's more so Oxford Falls, but Oxford Falls meets Belrose at some point.
Yep.
And we sort of went off Wakehurst Parkway through a little creek, past a Lizard Rock.
Yes.
And onto another road, then down a private road. And realistically, you could have been, anywhere on the north coast of Australia. But you were 35 minutes from the CBD.
Yeah, it feels like the Blue Mountains. It does feel like you're out of Sydney altogether.
Yeah, to me it felt more like, and sorry to contradict you, felt like the North Coast. Like somewhere, back across Harbour or somewhere like that. You wouldn't have the weather of the Blue Mountains. Just magnificent, beautifully maintained. If you're looking for acreage. Billy, DRURY, he live and centre. Properties of the week. What did you really like this week?
Well, that's a good segue into it. That was probably the most breathtaking of the lot.
That's right.
However, I have to say, I do love our little DY apartments. We've got another little 2-bedroom coming on, immaculately renovated in Fisher Road. Nice, lead-in property there, under 800,000. Get yourself into something that you don't need to spend money on.
And we've got a lot of 1-bedrooms at the moment under 700,000.
Yeah.
Predictions are interest rates will come down. Buyer demand, I think, will increase.
Yep.
Population is definitely increasing. 1.5 million people over the next 3 years into Australia. That's the size of Adelaide.
Amazing.
It's just those price brackets. We're talking about 1-bedroom apartments in DY under 700,000.
Yep.
This time next year it could be under 720 or under 750,000.
Yep.
So those prices creep up, those brackets creep up, and it becomes hard to buy a property. So probably get in now. Sale of the week, Billy.
Sale of the week. I think Stefan had another one under his belt. The whole team's been quite active, actually.
Yeah, look, it was a busy week for sales and offers.
Ground floor 2-bedroom.
Ground floor 2
in Sturdy Parade. That's a real indicator the market's moved that little bit again.
Well, that sold with no garage. Similar properties were trading 775, 785.
Yep.
That was a pretty well presented property, but there was competition right up to 820.
Yep.
And went through the cooling off expired on Fantastic Friday, 820,000.
Yeah.
But that will look well priced or a good buy in 12 months' time. So I think, you know, we're catching up those 2021, 2017 prices.
Yes.
And probably will exceed them as the rates come down. Property management.
Well,
it's so big here. You've got to say it 3 times. Or if you say it 3 times and click your heels, you disappear. But property management.
It was a week of putting out fires, and not quite literally, but it was a week of responding to the occasional, emergency call out. They don't happen all the time, but volumes, as Glenn said, when you're running 1,600 managements across residential and commercial property, things do go wrong, and you've got to be quick to act. And
well, one of them, we had 2 cases. We had flexi pipes that perished.
Yep.
And flooded the units. However, if you ever need any equipment for real estate, chances are Mr. Mark Novak has purchased it. So we have a commercial carpet cleaning machine here, which enables us when these things happen. There you go. There's old mother. When these things happen late at night, rather than wait for our carpet cleaners to get out there, we can go out there. We don't clean the carpet. We just remove some of the water. Billy and Jono were doing that. Then we've got the commercial dryers as well in the office.
Yep.
And we go out and do that. So when people are saying all you agents are the same, for most agencies, like we're very proud of Novak, you probably get that feeling listening to us. Most agencies, that would be a tomorrow job, but it was tonight.
It couldn't have been a tomorrow job in this case. We probably saved in the vicinity of $10,000 worth of damage. By the time you think about carpets, looking after the tenants, being in the property, they would have had to have a hotel for the night, or 2 or 3. The underlay, the concrete slab, the neighbour below, the contents of the property. You can't leave water sitting in a property, particularly when there's someone living there.
So the call came in at 7 o'clock Monday night. We're all back to 8. Carol took the call. The flexi pipe had broken. We were fortunately able to instruct the tenant how to turn off the water, but we still went down there, saw the water, and was able to remove most of it and dry it all out. Billy to the rescue.
Well, not just me, the Novak army to the rescue, but good result all round. Property managers, I do take my hats off to them. They worked so incredibly hard, and it's all for good reason like that.
Well, that was your introduction into real estate. Billy was a leasing agent. No, he was a barista here.
Yeah.
And then he was a leasing agent, and then he ran a portfolio. And I think anyone looking to get into real estate, you may have aspirations to do property management or sales. There can be no better grounding than working in leasing and then following through the property management.
Yeah.
Real estate sales is basically problem solving. The problem is how to get someone sold and moved into their next property.
Yep.
Or on the odd occasion when you get a deceased estate, no one's actually moving, but you're selling the property and letting the family move on. So that's basically all you're doing. You might, make out it's running around in shoes with no socks in sports cars, but that's basically it, and that's what we do week in, week out. All right, Billy, what's on everyone's lips this weekend?
Well, before we find out what Glenn's going to do this weekend, I just want to wrap up that little summary there and say, remind your friends, remind your family, check your own flexi pipe. You'll find them under the vanity, in the bathroom, in the kitchen, in your laundry, and just make sure they're all intact. Good way to find out is run your hand along it, and if it's prickly or the little cover is not perfect, get it fixed. It's only a $12 replacement.
Yeah.
Expensive.
So it's actually normally a plastic pipe.
Yeah.
And it enables the water to travel from the main to your tap. So you can imagine how much water can come through there.
Yeah.
In a short period of time. I'm going to run home and check my flexi pipe.
Glenn, what are you up to on the weekend?
Well, I think down the RSL in a few minutes, actually, Billy, with my sister and my mother. When your mum's 89 and she says, "Oh, let's go out for dinner," you make sure you go, because you're not going to have those dinners forever.
Don't keep the boss waiting. I'm not off to Taylor Swift, but might be having just a quiet evening in.
Okay. And real estate news changes in how much people can move into their super funds, Billy. We were talking about that before.
Yeah, we're probably going to need to cover it in another segment with a little bit more detail.
But, teaser, Billy.
There is some positive changes to contributions you can make per annum and pay forward into your self-managed super. So this could be helpful to help, increase savings. It could be helpful to set up a bit of a plan. If you need any advice or want to be put in touch with anyone around that, we can certainly help do so as well.
Yeah, people just putting super in the managed fund and, seeing the fees go out and their money not go up a lot. A lot of people, 12 buyers have purchased commercial properties off us.
Yeah.
With the main aim for their super.
Yeah.
Up in Belrose, Billy can help you there. We've got from storage units to warehouses with mezzanines and office blocks in there. Off the plan, buy now, pay in 2 years. So that's a pretty exciting option. That's another segment. Another teaser, Billy. You like teasing our one or two viewers, Billy. You're a bit of a tease.
Yeah, well, this is going to be a good introduction to maybe something you'll see later in the week.
All right. Thank you.
Have a good weekend.
See you at Taylor Swift. Bye-bye.